Have you ever looked at a map and noticed this tiny country at the bottom of Malaysia, surrounded by Indonesia, and wondered, how does this country even manage to thrive in this spot? It's one of the smallest countries in the world, yet one of the richest and most powerful in Asia. So, how does Singapore manage to thrive between two giant countries? This is the story of how Singapore thrives between Malaysia and Indonesia, and the answer might surprise you. First off, Singapore is really small. It's about the size of New York City, with just over 6 million people. Compare that to Indonesia's 270 million, or even Malaysia's 34 million, and you can see the difference. So, what's its secret to it thriving? It all starts with geography. Singapore sits right on the Strait of Malacca, one of the busiest shipping lanes in the world. It's basically the highway for global trade, connecting the Indian Ocean to the Pacific. Historically, this is why the British founded modern Singapore in 1819 as a trading hub. After independence in 1965, Singapore leaned into that role even more. But geography alone isn't enough. Singapore built its survival on diplomacy and economics. It maintains good relations with both Malaysia and Indonesia, while keeping strong ties to bigger powers like the US and China, a strategy sometimes called being friends with everyone, enemies with none. It also turned itself into a financial and business hub. With strict laws, efficient government, and world-class infrastructure, Singapore became a safe place for global companies and investors from people around the world. Singapore has also invested a lot into its education and is now home to over 4,000 US companies with educated Singaporeans. And due to these and other foreign investments, it can thrive. And militarily, despite its size, Singapore has one of the best trained and best equipped militaries in Southeast Asia, just in case, making it thrive even more in all aspects. And it's also partnering with other countries for defense. For example, Singapore lets the US Navy use its Changi Naval Base, and Singapore supports US military presence in the region. They even conduct joint exercises, and Singapore buys advanced American equipment like F-35 fighter jets. So, how does Singapore thrive between Malaysia and Indonesia? Because it plays to its strengths: geography, trade, diplomacy, and security. It's not about being the biggest. It's about being the smartest. And that's how Singapore thrives between Malaysia and Indonesia.